Hey everyone, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and I'm coming on today with a project share and a few works in progress for Saturday Morning Makes. This is an open collaboration that was started by Jill Norwood. Hi Jill. And all you have to do is each week share what you're working on. It does not have to be on Saturday morning. It can be any time, and it does not have to be paper crafts. It can be any kind of art that you would like to share. You just use the hashtag SatMornMakes so everybody can find you. I will link Jill's channel down below, and also you can find her on Instagram under Greenwood Girl Cards. So my share today is something that I actually made a few weeks ago. My daughter is getting married this year, a very bright, shiny moment in some dark clouds that have been over my family recently. And of course, having a mother who paper crafts is very advantageous for brides. So I am actually, I went ahead and made her save the dates, and then we already have plans for some other projects I'll be working on, and she has given me permission to share. So for the save the dates, my daughter is very much into a woodland or botanical themed wedding. Her fiance, Griffin, he graduated with his degree in agriculture, and so he's very interested in plants and such as well. And my daughter also loves the color green. She's a lot like her mom. She likes the natural colors and the warm colors. And so she sent me a few inspiration pieces, and I kind of combined them together, and I will show you what I made. So here's the save the date. I have actually just put some tape over the date and the location just to protect her privacy. But for this save the date, we actually I wanted this to kind of look like a wood slice, but I printed this on my toner printer. Sorry, words are hard today. And I foiled just their names. So I wanted just their names to be foiled, and the rest is printed in brown. It's nice that you don't have to print in black to foil, so, and you can selectively foil very easily. So that's on just a circle that was cut with just a decal edge, and I inked around that a little bit. And then this background here, I actually have a kind of a sample of what it looked like before I added the wood slice. So the background stamp is this one from MFT, and it is called Roses All Over. I love this. Here, let me pull it out so you can see it a little bit easier. I love this stamp. I use it all the time. It just had such a cool, interesting background, and I love it in gold on black. I've had a few people ask me what gold embossing powder I use most often, and this is my favorite one from Simon Says Stamp. It's the Ultrafine Antique Gold. In fact, I ordered more because when I made her save the dates, I used up quite a bit of it. But so I just heat embossed on just regular black cardstock. This is the heavyweight from Michaels, that background. And then in some random colors of green, I used this die set from Tim Holtz, which is the Garden Greens. And I just randomly placed them so that when I put the circle on top, like I didn't obviously have to put them behind the circle to save some effort. So that just some peaks of green would come out from behind that. So that is my sample background. And then for the back of the card, because it is postcard style, I used this embossing folder from Tim Holtz as well. I forget the name of this one, but it's the really realistic like cross section of wood. I'll get that out of the way. I did ink on the embossing folder a little bit to give some depth to the texture. But that is the save the date card. And then for the envelope, I stamped this leaf. This is a Simon Says stamp set. I forgot to get that out, but I've used it many times. And then I watercolored the leaves with Distress Oxide ink, and that was in peeled paint. And then I splattered the background with the Gonzai Tombi Gold. I just used that recently, so it's over there drying, so I don't want to mess it up. But I also use that pretty frequently in my projects. And then when my daughter came to town, we actually sealed up the envelopes with a wax seal. So I had gotten this set of wax, of just all greens from Amazon. She wanted greens, and so we thought we'd get this mix and then we could intermix. And then she also played around with another set of wax seals I have that has tons of colors that Susan Tootsie Tucker sent me. So she mixed in some golds and some browns. So each wax seal had its own color combination and looked different. The wax seal that we used was this one. She loves mushrooms. So that it's cool. I found that on Amazon as well. And here's a sample one that we just tested out. And the funny thing about my daughter is, probably easier just to do it this way. She really wanted them to be imperfect. She did not want them to be perfectly round. She didn't want me to use a mold. She didn't even let me try to pre-make them for her. She sealed each envelope individually. So whatever happened, happened, and it was a lot of fun. Then we also went over the top of that. I don't know if you can see it too well, but with just a gold Sharpie, just to give it a hint of gold. So that is the save the dates that I made for my daughter. I made about 30 of them. I got to keep one. She had just enough, so that was good. It's going to be a very small wedding. We're super excited. She also found her dress that same weekend, so we've made a lot of progress on the wedding. And then for what I actually worked on yesterday, just to kind of share things I have in progress over here. The first thing that I did yesterday morning was I had just gotten this recently from Spellbinders. It's a sentiment hot foil kit, but what's really cool about this is all the sentiments are on one plate, and there's a one piece die that matches up and cuts them all out at once, so you can cut out 8 sentiments at one time that are foiled. I love when they're like that. I know that a lot of companies do it that way. So for a card that I have in mind, I wanted one of those sentiments, and now I have these baggies of all these sentiments that are foiled already and ready to go. And this is one that it didn't fit in the baggie, but that's fine because this is actually the one I think I'm going to use. So you can see it foiled beautifully. I just foiled it in regular gold. But I have also tried the Kendra's Card Challenge, and I've made the bases, and the paper that I chose when I did that is from Amy Tangerine, and it has gold foiling in it. I don't want to share that yet because I've only made the bases. I haven't embellished them. But I thought now I have a whole bunch of sentiments that I can use on those cards when I want to finish them. So I also got out my St. Patrick's Day bin to start doing stuff for that. And I had some images that I had already colored, and I cut those out with my brother Scan and Cut yesterday. So I had this more traditional leprechaun I had previously colored, so he's cut out and ready to go. I also had this llama that is from Simon Says Stamp that I cut out. So I have all those ready to go. And then I had a set of the gnomes from Photoplay that I had colored. I just did 4. I know not everybody's really into St. Patrick's Day. I am. We have a little bit of Irish background in our family, so this is... It's a big deal in our house. So, and there was also a whole bunch of little pieces that went with the gnomes that I had also colored and cut out. And then I also watercolored this image and got her cut out. That is from MFT. And I have this one from Stampin' Bella that I watercolored and got cut out. So I do this a lot. And then I also had these really cute images. This is a Stampin' Bella image as well. I had colored a couple of sets in Copic. And then I had done some colored pencils on Craft. This is Nina Desert Storm. But I did the same image in those kind of blue-greens. And then I also did it in the orange and green for St. Patrick's Day. So I will be doing something with all of these images on and off this week. And that is my share for today. So happy Saturday morning makes to everyone. And I will see you on the next video. Toodles.